If you live in the Philadelphia area, we are now under a tornado warning within Philadelphia. When we have these tornado warnings, now is the time for you to move. You want to make sure you and your family is staying safe. That includes heading to a basement. If you live in a high rise, you want to head into the safest part of the building. Oftentimes, that's going to be your stairwell. So as we are taking a closer look.
Actually, let's look at some of the cameras, Britt. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, do we want to pull in some of the cameras?
Yeah,
but also, we're looking at this heavy rain right here just outside of Chester crossing over. Let's go ahead first before we take a look at the cameras. I want to switch over to velocity mode. I want to pause it here because we do want to see where the potential rotation is because we want to make sure everyone's staying safe. Anywhere within this tornado warning, you need to enact your safety plan. That includes going to a basement. If you live in a high rise, which is possible because Philadelphia is under this tornado warning, you want to go into maybe your stairwell, anywhere that does not have any windows. Maybe it's your bathroom in your building. So again, this is a very dangerous situation when we have a tornado warning that has now been issued for Philadelphia. We are identifying some sort of rotation here as we start to see the red and green coupling together, and that's right outside of Upper Darby. This is the area that we're watching, and we know that this is tracking to the southeast here, moving at 25 miles per hour. The National Weather Service did release a statement saying that we did have confirmation of this particular tornado, and it is, again, moving to the southeast. So as we start to track, we know that areas near 3229 are affected, but if you live closer to more, we know this is tracking to the southeast. So, Glenn, if we just track a little bit further down here, we want to show off some of the neighborhoods that are to the southeast of where we see this rotation. Where we're dealing with the green and we're dealing with the red, that means the winds are rotating. So that's what we know to be true here just from the returns that we're seeing. We also know that this is moving around 25 miles per hour here. So we go from Moore down to Titusville. And I think that's down towards Washington as well. So if you are listening to me right now and you live in these particular areas here, you want to turn up the TV, but you want to walk away from the TV and maybe head to the lowest level in your home. You want to head to a basement. You want to at least head somewhere that does not have windows. Now is the time to act when we are dealing with these tornado warnings that will stay in effect at least another 10 minutes or so. Glenn did track that, so closer to Bear Tavern probably by 6:09. Again, this is tracking here to the southeast right around 25 miles per hour. So as we start to track everything, it shows us, I mentioned these areas, Titusville 6:08, the Titusville Academy 6:09, Washington Crossing 6:10.
He believes First Alert meteorologist Steve Sosna and Brittany Ship saved lives with their storm coverage.
And he and Brittany had come on and said, if you're in Upper Dublin, Maple Glen, or near the Turnpike, get in your basement. And they said, get in your basement now. I turned on the light, I opened the basement door, I started to head towards the front. By the time I got to the basement floor, it was through the house. I think they honestly may have saved some lives around here.
Joe says his home is so badly damaged, it'll probably have to be torn down. But that's why you're here, right, Britt? It brings it all home for all of us, how important it is, the information that you pass along.
Wow, that's the first time, you know, I'm like listening to that sound, and that's really the goal when we're up there for all those hours is just to make sure that everyone stays safe. So I'm glad his family was safe.
Everyone's so grateful for what you and Steve did during those hours and hours of coverage.
Yeah, we just want to bring our A game because seconds really do matter, just like he said. So.
And turning now to the storms that blew through most of the region this afternoon.
Now we're talking about a dramatic drop in temperatures.
Let's get the most accurate forecast with NBC 10 First Alert meteorologist Brittany Ship. What a change today. In the morning, I was hot, and then a few hours later, I was cold.
If you took a little snooze between like 12 and 2 o'clock, you're like, did the day change? What is happening? Because we warmed into the 70s in the city, and then temperatures quickly dropped within hours into the 50s. We saw a really strong line of thunderstorms roll through, and now we're back to blue sky down towards Atlantic City. So this was totally a weather whiplash. And as we go into the rest of tonight, we actually have a freeze warning for parts of the area. So here's a closer look at that radar. Nice and dry for you, but we put it in motion, and you can see those thunderstorms that really fired up earlier right around your lunch hour. Now, of course, well off the coast here. And what we'll see behind it is cooler air filtering in. It's already here. Our temperatures in Philadelphia at 49 degrees with the
NBC 10 First Alert meteorologist Brittany Ship is back with us. All right, Brittany, where is Elsa right now?
Elsa is about 75 miles away. It's moving at 25 miles an hour, so about 3 hours from pushing into our region. But ahead of Elsa, we are already seeing downpours, especially in Cape May. You can see the wet roadways there. And so this is what we will be tracking for you here over the next couple of hours. So we have seen Elsa with sustained wind speeds now at 50 miles per hour. About an hour ago it was at 45 miles per hour. So technically it's strengthened a little bit. And again, it is tracking to the northeast right around 25 miles per hour. It's 75 miles away from hitting southern Delaware, and we're already seeing ahead of it moderate downpours over Millsboro up towards Cape May, just outside of Dover here, over some of our South Jersey suburbs. We are seeing lighter rain amounts if you're closer to Philadelphia, and of course, most of the shore here, Seaside Heights, Atlantic City, Sea Isle City, Lewis, Long Neck, all under this tropical storm warning until tomorrow morning. We are also seeing just to the south of our viewing area, just to the south of southern Delaware here, a tornado watch in effect until 2 a.m. So that is a possibility. As Tropical Storm Elsa gets a little bit closer to us, we could see the chance for an isolated tornado, especially closer to the shore. In fact, there is a tornado warning near the D.C. area in effect until 11:45. So this is what we're watching as Elsa approaches. As we put a track on this, I did mention it's about 3 hours away from reaching the southern parts of Delaware. It's tracking to the northeast, so it's going to go through Delaware and then eventually ride right along the shore before moving to the northeast, heading to Boston by tomorrow morning. So by 7 a.m., this entire storm system will basically be out of our area, and then we'll see another round of those isolated storms moving in from the west. So with the combination of everything we have going on, we do have a flash flood watch that will stay in effect for the entire area until noon. So as we start to take you through time, we'll show you our future cast in terms of where the heavy rain is going to fall. In the next 2 hours, the heaviest rain will be concentrated closer to Atlantic City, Avalon, Lewis. By 2 a.m., it's going to spread inland a bit towards Millville and Dover. By 4 o'clock, now we're just seeing most of the heavy rain over South Jersey, right along the shore. More moderate downpours for Philadelphia, and we're really not seeing a lot towards the Lehigh Valley or Berks County. So again, just due to the track of Elsa, everything is staying kind of hugging the shore in the southern parts of Jersey. So we don't have a great chance to see a lot of rain for Philadelphia north and west. By 8:30, you'll notice most of this continues to pull away to the northeast. And as we start to add up how much rain we're going to see in our area, looks like the bullseye with this system is going to be from Cape May up towards Atlantic City, giving us 1 to 2 inches. Millville's included in that. Not a whole lot of rain again for Philadelphia or points north and west. We saw a lot of rain with the severe storms in those particular areas earlier. We're also watching our wind speeds, which could gust up to about 40 miles per hour. They'll die down a little bit by 4:30 before picking up again as the storm continues to depart the area. Now, as we take a look at your 10-day forecast, tomorrow's high up to 87 degrees with another round of storms expected to move through towards the afternoon. By Saturday, at least, we're drying things out with another round of thunderstorms expected to kick up again for us on Sunday, extending into the start of next week. So again, we'll be here until at least 2 a.m. and then First Alert meteorologist Bill Henley and Steve Sosna will be taking over. So we'll be watching this closely throughout.